and good evening, my friends. Good evening. Welcome to Caribbean American News Network. This is where it happens. Yes, my friends. Please share the live as you join us on the platform. We are live again. I know some of you are getting tired of the live, but we are together again. Yes, yes, yes. We are together again, live in HD. We are live. We are live. Please share as you come in. Very important that you share. A lot of people are not getting our notifications. If you are getting the notifications, that's a beautiful thing. All right, it's a beautiful thing. But welcome, welcome, welcome to all. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to Caribbean American News Network. Yes, this is where we do our stuff. And so, greetings, my friends. Greetings, my brothers. Greetings, my brothers. Greetings, my sisters. Welcome to the platform. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share, 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 share. Yes, I am doing my best to share here. Disregard. East. Yes. Come on, folks. Let's share quickly. We share it to Barbados. We share it all over the place. Yes, we're sharing. We're sharing. We're sharing. Yes, let the folks know that we're on. Yes. Let the folks know that we're on. Mm-hmm. Welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome. We are live here on the platform. All right, folks. Welcome, welcome. I'm here with you. I was hoping that you had a powerful week, a powerful day. Well, for me, I've been very busy, very busy, very busy. Um, we're waiting for our folks to come on in. We're waiting for our folks. Yes. All right. Again, greetings to all. I want to welcome you to the platform. Greetings, greetings, greetings. A special good night to all our uh, friends and families here on Caribbean American News Network. Um, we've been having a very busy uh, week, very busy indeed. Today we went to uh, the St. Jude's Hospital, and then we went over to, hi, Gloriana over on YouTube. Welcome to the platform. Um, Tonight we're actually streaming via Lime, um, the Lime platform, the service. So it is what it is, folks. But we went to St. Jude St. Jude's Hospital. We went to the stadium. We went to the new building. We went to Labrie. We went to um, Wajuli. We went to Olio. We went to um, Lacaille. We went to Deneriver. We went to Belmont. We went to a number of those communities. And so I came back and I was very tired. I went to the fisheries and spent a little time there, dropped my mother home. Um, and I came home late and I started making my sea wet jam and my, is it pumpsita, whatever it is, or the jams that I'm making, to take back at the appropriate time. But today I had a very interesting day, a day of bad roads, accidents. I met a lot of friends that I've not seen in 20 years, a lot of persons. Um, I had a roti, I had a mango, I had water, and I ate light today. I did not do anything heavy or major. And then I had some mosquito bites to contend with. So fairly, it was a busy day for me. And then the Lord permitted that I met my stepfather in the bush, coming in all soaking wet. Now he should not be going anywhere at his age. I heard he fell sometime last week and could not get up. That's how fragile he is. And somebody was passing, was able to lift him up and get him home. But he can't hear properly now, and he's getting down in age, and should not be in the bush by himself. But the Lord permitted that I drove up in the area there and found him. And the Lord have a way of allowing me to go in the right places at the right time. So we're going to just recap what took place, what I saw on the ground there in Viewfort and in some of these communities. But let's greet our folks. Please share as you come into the platform. Hyacinth, good night to you on Facebook. And my friend Malcolm over there on Facebook. Malcolm, you are in Miku and you did not look out for me. All those fruits that you guys have. Uh, but good to have met many of you. And then we have my friend on Facebook, Jojo. Welcome. Every time I tried, maybe I might fall asleep. Oh, you're tired too. Oh my God. All of us are. I am drained. My eyes are burning me, but we have a great work to do. And I'm here on a mission. All right. And so I'm happy that you folks are here with me and we are going to keep each other company. Those of you who fall asleep, it is okay. I understand that you're tired, but the video can always be viewed at another time. But you're here with, you can be on your bed and listen to my smooth voice. My name tonight is Mr. Cool, the cool one. Um, uh, I'm your cup of tea for the night. So just get on your bed and, if you're in a cold place, cover yourself or just listen to the cool voice tonight as we go through the day with we de-stress ourselves and we just slow it down and then we pray and fall asleep. But I had a very long, rough day and very interesting one we'll discuss. Oh, my friend on YouTube, Raquel, that is Sylvia and her family. I know her husband is there with her, so I can count on them. They're always there. They're my support, and I love them very much. Good evening to you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am tired, and I do this all because of my love for the people, my commitment to what I started. And no matter what happens, I'm with you, folks. I want you to know that I'm your voice. You are my voice. We are we. You are me. I am you. All right. Good. And we also have Jojo, you stay in your bed. You tired. You work hard. We also have Seely, my friend, Joseph Seely. Good day to you, my friend, on Facebook. I'm using my other new my one of my systems um, that permits me to see both, and I kind of like this one, permits me to see both YouTube and Facebook comments at the same time. So I don't have to rush over there, rush, rush, rush. And the reason why I'm using it is because my brother, I believe he brought in a new internet system where we are. All right. And let me see who else we have. Oh, Joy is tired not because of work, but because of partying all week. You can't party like that until you drop. That's not good. All right. So we have Gilbert. Gilbert, how are you? Welcome to the platform. If you're new, welcome to Caribbean American Media, former Caribbean American News Network. We also have, oh, Celie says, I am well relaxed and watching the program on my TV. So we are on the big screen tonight. And thank you very much for viewing on the big screen. All right. And my friend Veronica. Veronica, how are you? Good night to you, my friends. Malcolm, I am at Mr. Shasney's office in Agadiri. So on your way to View Fort anytime. Oh, good, good, good. So maybe we can catch up anytime. We have over here, we have Randy. Randy Glass, good evening to you, my friend. We have my friend Maria. Maria, how are you? You'll be listening to me all day. You just reach home and hear it again. You guys got some real good dose of me today, but it was fun. You, hey, my friend, I'm so sorry. So, for some of you will hear me ringing in your ear even while you're sleeping. Because all day we have been coming live. Huh? Ay, ay, ay. Listening to me all day. That is, yeah. And we have Lisa Baptiste. Good evening, my friend. Um, and she's over on Facebook. Um, Today, something happened to me. After I left Dairy So, going into Dairy So Gap, going into, when I got into Viewfort, heading to the hospital project, I went to get gas. So I heard somebody calling my name, and the person they're running behind the car. The car was parked, but they're running coming towards the car. And there, a fan who was viewing the program all day actually monitored my location, found me at the gas station, actually found me. She ran from her job, and I got a beautiful hug from her. And it was the most amazing thing. I really appreciate you folks. I cannot let you down. I promise I cannot let you down because you're faithful. You are the best. You are the core. You know, you're good people, decent people, and I appreciate you very much. And Boss Lady just stepped in over on YouTube. Greetings, Boss Lady D. Pleasant good evening to you. Also, Glasgow over on our Facebook page. Greetings to you. Good evening to you. Also, we also have Alfred over on Facebook. Alfred over on Facebook. Greetings to you and good night. Good night. Not good night yet. Good night is when we're leaving. So I say now, good evening to all our listeners. I believe we have covered a lot of our listeners. I have not seen the Hippolytus yet, Lauren and Hazi. I have not seen them as yet, but we had a conversation earlier before the show, and I'm looking forward to having them very shortly. All right, Lisa, Lady D. No, Lisa. Where's Lisa? Yes, Lisa Baptiste. I'm seeing you for the first time. Are you a new viewer? Welcome to you. All right. And we have, look, Donovan just got in on YouTube. Donovan, greetings to you. Good night. Good evening. Sorry, trust me, I'm tired. So let me just do what I want. Let me play tonight. All right. Don't get upset with me. You know, I'm going to get very playful and out of control because I'm tired. Now, that's what real men do, you know? All right, so good night, everyone. Hey, Lisa, Matisse. Oh, Celia, you know Lisa? Greetings. All right, so let's get down to business now. Um, wow. I don't know where to start. One, St. Jude is a mess. I'm going to say it again. The St. Jude Stadium, it is not a good place. Yeah. All right. Yes. um, I I'm speechless. That's the truth. Because today I was not sure whether I should be laughing or crying when I got to St. Jude, both the construction site and the stadium. What I saw was something that looks like an abandoned ghost town, but you have people walking around still. I saw a crumbling infrastructure. I saw chairs that are loosed, that are hanging over the stadium, that can become missile if there's a hurricane or there major wind. I saw what I saw. Rotting metals. I saw what I saw. And I saw a hospital that is in crisis. I don't know if we have become immune to that hospital in Viewport because nobody's speaking about it. It gets, people get excited about it when they want to curse off Mr. Chasney. But the real, the fact of the matter is, we have left our people in the stadium for too long. Now, I've been on social media commenting on St. Jude and every other thing that happens in St. Lucia. But I am here, I am seeing it for myself. And I can better speak on many of the issues from gas prices, supermarket prices, the price of good. I had a brother in Castries last week who tried to sell me one nutting egg for $1. I am not sure how inflation or gas prices or shipping problems affect that nutmeg, one nutmeg, whatever you call it. $1 for one. You understand what I'm saying? $1 for one. I observe that once people finds out that I am not living here, then all of a sudden prices start changing. I don't know how many of you have experienced that before. But once they see me, and maybe I need to stop wearing socks with short pants, but I'm very comfortable wearing it. I get accustomed to that kind of thing. But people take advantage of you when they think that you're a foreigner or you're from somewhere else until you start speaking patois and then they ask you, you from St. Lucia? It happened to me. And it's a strategy that I've been using lately when I ask them the price and I realize that the price don't sound too good and I run into Creole, then the prices change. That in itself is another discussion that we'll have. But let's go back to St. Jude, St. Jude's Hospital. We are entering the hurricane season. I can guarantee you that the people, the workers, and the patients at St. Jude Hospital will remain in the stadium during this hurricane season. That's what I can guarantee you. Because I went to St. Jude's Hospital. And I am honestly confused that a project that we were told was 80 or 90% finished, after 2 years in government, the hospital seems to be 50% or 60% completed. Now let's take this slowly. So let's establish this. I am not an expert on building, on construction, or anything that has to do with what is happening at St. Jude. But as a human being, I have a brain and I have common sense. And I think I am smart enough to know that the buildings will not be ready in a hurry. And I have common sense to know that the new building was deliberately left as an abandoned building with dead animals in front of it stinking up the place, and goat down droppings all over the building. No security at all for that building. No security for that new building. The building is not secured. There is no fencing at that new structure. And by the way, I must say, whoever designed that building did an extremely perfect job based on what I am seeing. Because I have watched a construction project in my community in the United States, a large police headquarters being built from scratch, still going on right now next to the house. And I saw exactly what they did. It is a shell right now. It is a box. It has padding. It has glass, just like St. Jude's. It has metal frames, concrete, everything just like St. Jude's project. So I am not even going to go down the road of saying it's a box, basically to insult the project. Because what you're doing is that you are insulting a government project, not a party's project, a government project, which means that if it's a government project, it is the people's project. Why? Because it's the people's money that are being used on the project. So let's just get the facts straight. The United Workers' Party have not spent a dollar of their money, their party's money, on St. Jude Hospital. The Labour Party have not spent a dollar of their monies on that hospital. None of their donors. So I will submit to you that if it is the people's project, then I think a little more respect and regards need to be leveled at that project. It is disrespectful that the government would start fencing that project without a plan to fence the new project also. It's impossible for you to fence half of that property and don't fence the new hospital. It will look ridiculous. It doesn't make sense security-wise. You will have to go right around the project with the fencing. So I am hoping that enough fencing were bought to fence the entire St. Jude's property, both the new building and the old buildings. I'm hoping that. All right. I honestly tried to start somewhere. I was told by security that the officials said that they should not allow anyone to record or videotape the project. at St. Jude. Now, I wish somebody can clarify that for me so that it can make a little more sense because I'm a rookie. So I'm a rookie how things operate on the island right now. Because when they said that to me, I was a little concerned. I was like, I'm standing on the main road leading into the hospital, and you saying to me that it is okay to say to me I cannot go in on the construction site. That I will accept. Might not be safe. I might compromise the whole project. Might vandalize it too. So I understand that. But when you say to me I can't record, then I have an issue. Huh? I have an issue with that. So I could not get into the to see the small pieces of hospital. I understand that. That's okay. But what I did is that I went to see the new structure because when I look at the new building, again, you can just walk off of the main road and go straight into that building and sleep. Ou sa ay fe ti bon moun, tout te betis la zon a fe. Ou sa fime, ou sa fe tout bagay li de sa. It's unsafe. It's not protected. Huh? So it's a hiding place because security, they're not tasked with protecting that new structure. And you can tell why, because that project is open. There is no fencing, and it is open. The building itself is open. Just the front entrance. The glass is shut, but on the side, you can just walk in, no problem. You saw the video. Dead animals stinking up the place. And I wish that our government officials can go and visit that new structure tomorrow and tell me how they feel smelling that building like that. Goat droppings, that the place is so open that the goats go into sleep at nights. The new structure has become housing for goats and sheep. Yes. And a dead dog smelling up the place. Huh? I saw nothing wrong with the building. They sit empty. I don't know what they expect to be in it. A building that is under construction. They sit empty. It's a shell. I don't know what miracle or what magic they wanted to have so that that's itself. I can't discuss that because I'll be acting out of myself, you know? But that project, the fencing, I am beginning to question whoever did those fencing, if they did it in the past, if they're experienced, if they know what they're doing. Because it's not when I would, if you were fencing, in other words, if you're fencing my house like that, I would have a problem. Especially if I'm spending millions of dollars of the people's money. I'd have a problem. You hear me? Good. That type of fencing, I would not tolerate it at my property, on any of my property. No, sir. I would not. Which says to me that we are running into a problem with supervision of that project again. Because if a supervisor look at those fencing and said to me that yes, perfect, good, no problem, I approve it, fine. then I think we have a major problem going forward. Huh? There's barbed wires at the top of the fence, like 3 or 4 levels of barbed wires. You know those things with the sharp edges to avoid persons from jumping? You know what they did at the end of those barbed wires to tie it, secure it on the pole? They just wrap it around a few times. They wrap it around a few times on itself and just wrap it around by itself. You know, like what you would do, those of you inexperienced, you try a little thing by your house, you just pull that and you just wrap it around and you just tie it. Those barbed wires, they are connectors that you use to connect them to the main pole. That was not there. It was certain parts had that connection, but majority of the areas on the fence, you do not. I did not see it. I'm telling you what I saw with my eyes. Somebody else can say, "Well, I went and I saw differently." Then if you do that to me, then I need to get my eyes checked and my head checked because I might be losing it. Huh? I might be losing my head. I would say that. But what I saw, to me, it's lack of supervision again. Because one, you would pour that concrete much better than how you're doing it now. Yeah, for the bottom part of the fence. Because I'm paying you to do it. Therefore, it's a hospital. It must be done professionally. Huh? Yes. And so that was one of my concern, the fencing. Now, on the entrance of the old St. Jude's Hospital at the security booth, I don't know how many of you have gone there. What I saw was 2 guys with a black van parked at the front area trying to pull an old piece of fence together. Now, I observed what they were doing. It was separating the new hospital, part of the new hospital area there. They're trying to maybe secure the front part of it. But I would say to you, why would you, if you said to the people, Mr. Prime Minister, that you have started the St. Jude project, you have re-beginning it, and you are starting with the fence, the exterior. My question would be, why are we putting up temporary fence at the entrance of the old St. Jude project? Just a question. I would think that you are wasting money in paying somebody to put up a temporary fence when you ordered new fencing. And you said to us that you're starting with the fence, which means that we should have a new entry gate. Remember, you're starting with the fence. Now, I can be wrong. Maybe you did not say to us maybe you did not say to us it was a temporary fence or permanent. But based on what I saw around the other side, to me it looks like a permanent fence. An attempt was made to put a permanent fence. Very sloppy job. No disrespect to the workers. The disrespect is towards the supervisors of the job. So maybe you got some fellas around you somewhere around the place, and you say to them, well, you all come so that we can say that we hired people from the community, the boys from the community. Come and do something. Do anything that you can. Pull the wire on, tie it on, do your best. And maybe the guys did their best. And I respect that. But maybe that was the problem at St. Jude in the first place. We put people in position to do certain things on St. Jude's. And we said to them, fair bagay man. Fair by you. And then no supervision. And what you get is roof that got to be replaced 3 times. Wires running with water, electricity and water running together. And you continue on the same footing, go. Do whatever it takes to get it done. If you don't, we will lose the next elections. Do your best. Make it look like it look. Make sure 2 guys is on the project so the people can see. If anybody shows up, they can see people standing there working. At least, yeah. But I would expect to see, I'll tell the truth, that a project that has been started by the government, you would expect to see workers back and forth on the outside, rushing to complete, a matter of fact, rushing against time, because the people at the stadium, they are in danger where they're working now. So I would think that we have this rush to work and to get the hospital going. So you'll have a lot of workers. You will see activity. You know, you go to a construction site, you see workers back and forth, trucks moving back and forth, people outside. You know, you're doing fence. What I saw was 2 guys pulling an old piece of fence at the front. So let me go back to that fence thing. And I'm asking these questions on behalf of the people. Nobody told me, friends. I saw it for myself. Me and Jesus saw it, and the angels saw it, because I went with my own eyes and I saw it. Not only that I went and I saw it with my own eyes, it was documented. Now I would ask the hacks to tread softly and tread with caution as we discuss this project. Right now, this project is not the Alan Chastney project. This project is the Philip J. Pears project. So be cautious. Exercise caution when coming on the live to disrespect, now or in the future. Exercise caution. I think you would want to do that. Why you would want to do that? It is because there are lives hanging in the balance at the stadium, and we need to get them out from there. All right? They need to get out from there. So exercise caution. If you have not gone to the St. Jude Hospital and you have seen it for yourself, exercise caution. If you do not have a family member lying in St. Jude right now, exercise caution. If you do not have a child, a husband or a wife, or a cousin or a father working at the stadium, exercise caution. If you are just a political hack and you don't care nothing about the lives of the people, exercise extreme caution in this discussion. Because I had mixed feelings and I take it very seriously. I was happy that I was there. I was excited. Finally, I get to see the St. Jude Hospital that they've been talking about all the time. Finally, I was able to be there on the ground and to see it for myself. Finally, I saw the stadium. And so an announcement was made, as I said, that we start the work and we start on the fence. And I went to see the work to supervise. I am the people's supervisor. I am the people's supervisor. I went to represent the people of St. Lucia. Not the hacks. I went there to represent the people of St. Lucia, to supervise the installation of the fence. And I will say to you that you need to do much better. Who is in charge of the project? All the bureaucracy sits in an office, and a man comes and say, "Boss man, we put up the fence, we ready for the check." And maybe because the sun is too hot, boss man will say, "No problem, man. How much? How much we have for you now? Well, you have 500,000. Okay, boss man. Look, thank you. And I'm sure some of you may be scrambling now to go down there to see the fence yourself. When I say some of you who are the bureaucracy, the boss mans, you might be running down to look at the fence to inspect it. And that is exactly what took place at St. Jude. You sat in your office. You sat in your office and did not supervise that building from the beginning. Whether it's the what's the prime minister name? This guy who jumped out of the United Workers Party. I keep forgetting his name. Whatever it is. Huh? What's going on? So I will ask, and don't let them give you video snapshot from government. No. What you need to have there is the independent press going in to see how the work is progressing. Don't ever let them take any pictures with any government minister walking through that hospital with anybody and send it to you. Trust me. That's their agenda when they say, don't let nobody take picture, because if they can decide to take a certain angle and send it to you. For me, I take all angles, good and bad. But the good about the St. Jude project there is that you have a giant medical facility over there. That might be one of the biggest health facility in some of these countries of the Caribbean. Well, should I say Caribbean or between St. Vincent, Barbados, Grenada. From the new hospital to the old hospitals, you have a masterpiece of a health facility to serve not only the people of Beaufort and Labrie and those surrounding areas, but to serve the entire nation and, if possible, the entire Caribbean. I'm going to say it again. I know what I saw. You have a facility that in some cases that folks can be flown in through medical ambulance with major disasters or emergency, can be flown into St. Jude Hospital for medical care. That's the type of facility that I've seen there on the ground in Soufrière, in Beaufort. With the old one put together with the new ones, with the new property, a masterpiece. If the government will only take Mr. Chasney out of the picture, take Mr. Chasney and take Mr. Guy Joseph out of the picture, and just keep focus on the people of St. Lucia, I would say to you that you would have a masterpiece of a health facility on the island of St. Lucia. Yes. Oh, yes. A masterpiece of facility that it will be the envy of the Caribbean. Find a medical school to come in. Find one to come in. Maybe you will have a lot more professionals there, because you will have professors, medical professors, whether they're heart surgeons, whether they do knee replacements, whether they do special operations. They are professors. It's a medical school, so they're on the ground. They're right there. So, well, let's say one of our local doctors have a patient, emergency patient tonight, whether through a gun fight or some emergency, and your medical school is there. Your local doctors, is a little. He needs a second opinion on this matter. He can call the professor at the medical school and say, "Could you get over here a minute, please, or can I send you some information, some vitals on this individual?" Right there, you have, my friend, a combination of a professor who is teaching junior doctors, and you have a graduate doctor who is seeking advice from a professor. So the chances of that patient there has increased. So you have a medical student, you have a professor, and then you have an operating doctor. 3 persons. 3 medical professionals there. Well, the student might not be a professional, but at least he's learning. And I've gone to hospitals, medical hospitals, schools where you have junior doctors who are on training come to your bedside together with a professor and a regular doctor. All 3 of them come in there. Huh? Would that not be a beautiful thing in St. Lucia? And that's why I say to you folks, don't get too excited. Forget about the noise by the St. Lucia Labour Party and also the noise from the United Workers' Party when it comes to St. Jude. I want you to think for yourselves. Think about the benefits of having a medical complex in Vieux Fort. Think about it. With the possibility of a helicopter landing on the roof, think about the future, because once we get into power, and if I am a representative, think about the idea or the possibility of the police and the ambulance having a helicopter at their disposal. For a medical helicopter for the people of St. Lucia. Think about that possibility. Government don't speak about it. Those are the vision that they sit on. The only vision they have is Island Chasney. But think about it, people being flown from Castries to Vieux Fort. Think about the Dennery Hospital being coming on stream. And we facilitate at that Dennery Hospital areas for helicopter landing in cases of emergency. So you have an emergency in Micoud. Sorry, in Poilé, you have an emergency in the valley, or even Bexo. And you can get that person to the air ambulance in Dennery. The air ambulance takes that person from Dennery and take them straight on the roof of St. Jude. Think about us taking healthcare in St. Lucia to an all new level. Not ambulance running through little roads with bumps in it, speed bumps. By the time you get there, you're dead. Your brain stay on the ground, all kind of thing. Your heart drop out because of these potholes. By the time you get to St. Jude, you're more mash up than you was. Think about taking healthcare in St. Lucia to an all new different level. Think about on that medical helicopter. That medical helicopter can submit vitals and information on behalf on a patient while that person is en route. So doctors at St. Jude, they already have all information on the computer. So by the time that person lands on the computer, blood is available, blood type is available, the operating room is already set up, everything is already in place to save that one life, because every life, it is precious. Whether that person is considered to be a drunkard, whatever that person is, every life is precious. And we must do our best to save that life. And that's why you pump the hell out of that person until you can't pump anymore. We must do whatever it takes to save a life. But our governments have been failing us over and over again with lack of vision. And so many persons who are dead, the possibility is there that they could have been alive still if we had invested as a government in our medical system to upgrade it. Now, if you are going to build a hospital, here's an opportunity. A hospital is burnt. Here is the opportunity to build back better and bigger. With the latest technology and advancement in the medical field. Here's an opportunity, perfect opportunity to test our imagination. Here's the perfect environment to build back better. Perfect opportunity. But you have a bunch of lazy, selfish, self-centered politicians who all they're concerned about is how I'm going to look in the next 5 years for re-elections, but not how the people of St. Lucia will survive in the next 5 years. Here's an opportunity to raise the bar in the Caribbean, to take over Martinique and to take over Barbados, and to be the best, where all of them will send their people here, which will bring revenue to this country. Here is the perfect opportunity where every cent should have been accounted for at St. Jude's. There should have not been waste at St. Jude's. Those money should have been used to advance healthcare in this country. And based on the monies that I'm hearing, St. Lucia should have had one of the best health facility right now in St. Jude's. Latest technology, CAT scans and x-rays. The cutting edge technology where you do not have to move from your bed. They pull that x-ray thing and pull it over your bed. Perfect opportunity where our healthcare system is modernized to meet the demands of a nation that is prone to flooding and to natural disasters. And with the whole idea of airborne diseases that will hit this world, and plagues and pestilence, here's an opportunity to invest in the best of the best and to invite a medical school to come in and set up shop in 2 of those buildings at St. Jude's. And after you have set up medical schools in some of these buildings, you know what you could have done? You could have invited a private lab to come in and partner with you, the government. Just like you do with Sandals, you give them money, you give them tax break. Why don't you give medical folks tax break and all consentives and $1 and $2 a square foot of land or whatever you do? Why could you not go into agreement to get state-of-the-art labs to come in from overseas, LabCorp and all those people to come in and set up shop in St. Jude? We will give you the building to work. We will give you whatever it takes to take care of our people. We will give you a cut from medical insurance. But we want you in St. Lucia at our St. Jude Hospital. People in the Caribbean must send to our lab to receive results from tests, whether it's cancer, whether it's corona, whatever it is. People should be sending. You know, during COVID, the amount of tests we send overseas for tests. When all we had to do was to bring in a lab, a professional lab from Canada, America, England, somewhere, say, come, set up, set up. We will, if we have to pay the airline to bring you, come, everybody, come. Because we're dealing with the medical health of our people. I'll tell you how much your government ministers care about you. Check your healthcare system. Hmm? Also at St. Jude, what I would do, and I'll tell you, I might sound like an ambitious guy. I'm only human with a brain, with no agenda. And that's the problem. The agenda is the problem. So, what I would do also at St. Jude, I would invite some dentists and other professional private practice. Come in. Here's a special building at St. Jude. That is for private practice only. So you have a heart specialist there. You have professional dentistry there. They do fillings and caps, and they have their own facility where they make dentures for our people, little caps for our people. It's made right there. So we're giving them, so we have the medical school in one. Now we're having special private care. So doctors who are working at St. Jude, they can have their little private practice right there on the grounds. In other words, you keep them right there at St. Jude's Hospital. So they have their practice right there, private practice. So after we finish with you at St. Jude's, if you want to see a private doctor, we can say to you, here's the doctor who operated on you. He has a private practice there. If you want to go to him, fine. Here is our staff. Go see him. Go follow up with him. You can use your medical insurance card. You have $70,000 a year. You can go to that private doctor, and he will take care of you private. You don't have to come to our government thing. You can just deal with your own private doctor if you feel happy about that. You can go to the dentist. Too many persons in St. Lucia have all their teeth gone out, their head blown out. Why? Because they do not have the monies to go to the dentist. And the doctors, the dentists, it seems, when they go into government services, all they do is wash your teeth, pull them out one by one. And some of you don't even know if they pull out the wrong one. All they do in St. Lucia, it seems, is pull teeth, pull out all your teeth. By the time you finish, bam, gums on it. But if you have your medical insurance card, and we provide we give the dentist the areas at St. Jude to work, then some of you can just drive over there. And instead of pulling your teeth, you put in one, or you cap it, or you put a nice bridge. So when you open your mouth, you can still, there's a song we sing, and I'm not beating people who don't have teeth, because I have some missing too. Listen, my mother only have two at the front and one at the bottom. So my mom can just, we come where we my mom way. Checklist, so don't take it personal. But let's speak reality. My grandmother had only one. One teeth right there at the back. Mama. And she was trying to bite my sister. Yeah. When she beating her, she was biting her. So let's forget about that. I just want you to think. But I'm saying to you folks, instead of plucking your teeth, they put back the fill. They give you professional service so you can save that tooth or whatever it is in your mouth. But most young fellas in St. Lucia, all their teeth washy. And I'm telling you, it reflects on the price, the cost of dentistry in St. Lucia. It is expensive. But who is speaking about that? The only thing you speak about is Philip Gilbert eating cheese curls and he have dental problems, and so you have to do that the rest to take out all the pieces of a thing from between your teeth. Now, if we had those things quickly available, you think he would be eating like that? No, y'all won't be making a mockery of him. So we have a dental issue in St. Lucia because of the cost and the availability of dentists, I am sure. If we bring them into a system, then I'm saying to you then you, the people, will benefit. But no, what they want to do is their all ideas, we will decide what we're doing with the new building. We will decide it's a travesty, it's a disaster. No, it's not a disaster. You are a disaster, politicians. You are a foolish disaster. Because if you look at that building, you will see possibilities. You will see the people of St. Lucia. You will see services that are needed in the country to save our people, because we are losing our people from cancers and diseases that can be controlled and even cured. We are losing our people from cancers that they're either reversible, or you can deal with them and control and extend the lives of your people. Too many persons are dying in St. Lucia from stuff that they need not to die from. Some of them are afraid to go to the hospitals because of the services and because of finance and because of you, the government that we have placed, whether it's the United Workers' Party or the SLP, we have placed there to represent us and to do what is best for us. You give us all types of excuse why you cannot give us proper health care in the country for years. For years. You have been giving us excuses upon excuses upon excuses. This is a time where we will not accept any of your excuses. You have no reason whatsoever. You have absolutely no excuse for not giving us proper health care in St. Lucia. None whatsoever. You can find monies for special prosecutor. You can find monies to take people to court. You can find monies to do all sorts of other things. You boast about savings of millions of dollars. Why don't you invest that saving in our medical system in St. Lucia? Why can't you put in millions of dollars? Why can't you ask your friends, if you have any overseas, to aid you in developing and giving you the best healthcare system in the Caribbean? Why don't you dream that way and say that we in St. Lucia will have the best health system in the Eastern Caribbean? And we make no excuse for it. We will beat Guyana, we will beat Barbados, we will beat Martinique, we will beat all other islands when it comes to healthcare. Why can't we dream that big for our people? But no, you give us excuse, Chasney, and guys stole all the materials. It was in the container, and they stole it, and it expired. And Guy Joseph took the police, and he went to get there. All sorts of foolish excuse all day in the house. This one is a bubble. This one stole. Oh, would you? So I spend all this money on St. Jude. Oh, they thief our monies. When would you stop giving us all these excuses and help us to dream with you to give us a better healthcare system? I'm saying to you, sir, madam, that we are tired of your stories. We are tired of the blame game like little children. You are playing with the lives of our people. There are senior citizens who are 70 and 60 and they can live a little longer if we just invest in our health system. So back to this new building. So you guys came in the house and you spend an entire day beating down the opposition leader on St. Jude Hospital. Yes, you did. But you did not spend a long time encouraging us, giving us hope that you are thinking of giving us the best healthcare system in the Caribbean. You did not do that. You spend more time on negativity, telling us why you cannot do it tell us why you will not be able to do it basically until closer to elections. Because it's an election promise that you're keeping in your back pocket to pull out of the hat and say, oh, we got it done. And then you get voted in. That's your agenda. If your agenda, sir, was for the people of this country, you would not wait until close to elections to deliver a hospital. You would do everything in your power now to deliver that hospital to the people of St. Lucia. And not only deliver a hospital, but give us a world-class, state-of-the-art, well-equipped medical facility. We do not need anything that looks like any polyclinic in Marsha, in Castries, or in any other communities. We want simply the best for Vieux Fort, for the people of St. Lucia. We want to see medical helicopters and planes flying into the Huronora Airport every day to take patients to our hospital in Vieux Fort. That's the traffic that we want. We want to be able to accept international insurance from the United States, Canada, and England. We want people to be able to come to St. Lucia with their medical card on vacation. When they get sick, they can go to St. Jude and swipe their card, and you acknowledge that card. That's what we want. That's what we want. So enough with the excuses and the blame games. And deliver to us a hospital. Imagine these government ministers, and some of you need to open your eyes and get your head out of the sand or get your head out of some politician's throat. Because that's what some of you do. You kiss up to politicians too much, and so they take you for granted. And that's why the danger is there that if some of you kiss up too much to Mr. Chasney, you will give him a bad deal in delivering on your behalf. Yes, you got to love him. Yes, you got to give him the support, but you also got to say to him, sir, we understand the politics, but this is urgent for us. This means a lot to us. Focus on day one on improving medical care for our people. Day one, first thing we need. Don't tell us you're going to do any study. We have done studies and it cost us millions of dollars, consultants. Get to work and deliver to us better healthcare system in this country. And healthcare system for all, even the woman sleeping on the streets. Give us the best healthcare system in the Caribbean. It's possible. It can be done. It must be done. And we will demand that it be done. Full stop. So when I hear politicians went into the House talking about square foot, how much it costs for square foot and square foot, we don't care about square foot. As far as we're concerned, you guys are square foot or square pegging wrong holes. As far as we're concerned. As far as we're concerned, that's who you guys are. Pretending to be experts, and you're not. Pretending to have a vision, and you have none. All recycle ideas. All foolish recycle ideas that will never work in our century. You have passed your time with your ideas. It didn't work then, and it wouldn't work now. And that's why we need a fresh breed of politicians, young people with the drive, the vision, determination, the excitement, the joy to serve, and not enrichment of oneself and their family and their best friends overseas. So I say to you, sir, you guys went into the House and you condemned that new building, which was a shame and abomination. It says to us looking in that you have no vision, you can't see. Because I'm saying an investor will come and look at that building and smile. And he would say to himself, wow, I see money. I see the best healthcare system in this building. Our politicians in St. Lucia would look at the building and say, it's a box, it's a travesty, it's a disaster. Guys, you understand what is going on in your country? Your leaders are saying to you that they have no vision, but you are not listening to them. You are following party colors. I'm going to say that again, and you missed it. Now, you think I'm tired tonight, so it means that when I'm tired, I get something going, a little something going here. Maybe I need to drive around St. Lucia a little more to see what is happening in this community, in this nation. So without vision, the people die, the people perish. So let's go slowly again to the St. Jude project. So another prime minister comes in, let's say Mia Mottley comes in, she looks at the, without anybody saying anything to her, take her and just rest her outside the new hospital and the old hospital and listen to her. Give her a mic, the press, don't say nothing, and listen to what she's going to say. You know what Ms. Motley is going to say? She's going to say, wow, this is beautiful. I can take this and make it into a world-class hospital and the envy of the Caribbean. That's what she will say. You think Motley will stand up there and say, it's a box. Oh, it's too much money, it's a box. Oh, we will try to rent it or sell it to somebody. Oh, it's not good, Mr. Shaston, it's the devil. Oh, guy stole all the material. You think Mayor Motley would stand up and say all that? You tell even Ralph Gonsalves, who got his head bust and his belly big, you tell Ralph Gonsalves will look at a building like that, and the possibility is there he will get his head bust again and not say this will be a good place for me to come and fix my head when they bust it again? Don't you think that those guys looking at this building, just looking at it, not listening to the argument, would say to you, wow, who built this? Whose vision was this? This person must be a visionary. I mean, who did this? This is beautiful. You know what some of your St. Lucian politicians will say if they get the opportunity to Miss Motley or Prime Minister Gonsalves? You know what they will say? Mr. Gonsalves, Mr. Shaston, he's the worst. Look at what he built. Look at this travesty, an empty box. Look at it. Look at it. Nothing is inside. Look at it. These people will watch you like you need medication, sir. Are you losing your head? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? This is good stuff for your people. The possibility is there that they might also say to you, shut up. Don't say nothing more. Say that to yourself when you bathe in the bathroom when nobody can hear you. Because you sound stupid, you sound ignorant, and you sound in lack of vision for your people. I waited on this St. Jude thing. I listened to all the arguments, and now I am putting the icing on the cake with the St. Jude project. There was a lot of, I have no proof of the theft, but I would say for all that money spent on St. Jude, you, St. Lucian, should have had the best healthcare system in the Caribbean, and you would have had a healthcare system similar to the Adventist healthcare system in Miami, Florida. Let me just slow that down. I said something big there. I want you to Google the Adventist healthcare system in Florida. The Seventh-day Adventist Church has one of the biggest and best recognized hospitals in Florida. The Seventh-day Adventist Church. Yes, I went there. Your hospital in St. Jude would have almost matched up with that facility if your people had vision and they were not fighting or doing their best to degrade and insult an hospital, calling it a box. History, I tell you, history will prove them to be idiots. I said it. I don't call people names. But history will not be nice to those politicians who condemn that new hospital. History is not going to be nice to them. And our generation to come will not be nice either to them. Our generation to come will look back at the arguments against this new hospital And you know what they would do? They will award some of you the most stupidest politician in St. Lucia who have ever lived. And if I was in that generation, I would build statues of all of you as the most stupid, and I would put it right outside St. Jude Hospital. These are the men who spoke against this facility. And they spend a lot of time calling it a box. I don't care how much it costs. It can cost millions of dollars. As long as we get a state-of-the-art health facility, not a state-of-the-art building, you know what I'm talking about. A state-of-the-art facility when it comes to service to save the lives of our people. We should have the best maternity care unit in the Caribbean. Best. No child should die at birth or after birth. Why? Because we would have invested in our education, in our health system. No woman should have to go home to raise monies in barbecues and cake sale for urgent breast cancer operation and other operations that will save their lives and lengthen their lives. No, not another woman from Dennery. We have lost a lot of our sisters in Dennery from cancer. And a lot of men we have buried right here, farmers and fishermen in Dennery. I know them by name. We have buried them. And there are some who are waiting to be buried who died from cancer, who were doing barbecues, couldn't have access to health. Doctors who are pushed to the limit. Nurses who are tired and afraid of things falling on them. Receptionists at hospitals who are unruly because they're just frustrated with the environment. And so people decide, look, I'm staying home and die. I can't take this treatment anymore. I can't sit. I go to the hospital with migraines and I feel depressed, and I can't sit in the hot sun anymore. I can't sit outside in the heat anymore. I can't sit anymore. So I stay home and die. Nobody should give up on life because they cannot access health. And we have a bunch of politicians eating our monies, traveling every week to a different country, free of charge, first class, with their foot in the air, drinking wine, while you out in Jude dying. Your children are dying. And I don't care which side it is, I'm speaking the truth. And for some of you who are fighting, and all you do is you're insulting, and your insults are not helping the discourse. Yes, some of you say Mr. Richard Frederick is a bad guy, he's not good, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. That's not going to help a dying person with cancer. It's not. It's not. And I lost a stepfather with cancer. I'm sitting on his bed right now. And I got to fix his tomb tomorrow. And I know what the doctors told me here at the hospital. When I took him there bleeding, the doctor says to me, take him back home. We don't have those facilities here to take care of him. Take him back home or take him to America. That's what the doctor told me. And you know what I did? I put him in his own Jeep and I drove him to St. Jude. And he ended up dying there at some point, St. Jude. So don't tell me, and some of you hypocrites, don't come for me and tell me I don't know nothing about St. Lucia. I just beat in my mouth. You shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. We have real experiences. So don't come tell me I don't know. And I said, go back and preach. I this and that. I'm in politics. You shut your mouth. Our people are dying. Bunch of hypocrites. And you sit in your churches while our people are dead. You bury them. Some of you, you go up there like star girls singing, showing off. That's all you're doing for most service now. Show off. Show off your nice dress. Show off that you're in the choir. Show off that you're the pastor. Show off. And by the way, you preach too long in your funeral services. Can't raise the dead. I out tonight for you all. Because I know what I saw. And I know what I'm hearing about women who are sick and having to be told we don't have beds, go back home until we call you. And they never receive call. I know of persons who are waiting to deliver blood and to give blood to our blood banks. And at the time, there is no bags for the blood. I know what I'm talking about. So don't come and tell me crap. Don't come tell me about Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick must answer for lands that he sold. He must give an account to the people of this country. The Prime Minister, too, must give an account. I don't care if Richard Frederick slept with Satan yesterday or whether he slept with this one or he do that. How is that helping a cause? How is that helping a cause when we got to be fighting in court with Richard Frederick? When we can be fighting for the people of St. Lucia? How is that helping sick women and sick men at St. Jude's Hospital? How? And I going to go down that path? How is it going to help them? If you can show me how it can help them. And some of you are very hypocritical because you are encouraging these fights. You are encouraging these wars when our people are dying because of lack of medical care. And that I am on point, Mr. Charles. I am on point. And I will stay on point. And I have no excuse and apologies for anyone, whether it's in the United Workers' Party or in the SLP. No apologies at all. Because our people are suffering. And you guys are looking for fights, personal fights, that are distracting you from what is real in this country. Our roads, our gas prices, the VAT being raised, our fishermen who were promised that they would remove taxes from, our water bills, our light bills, our electricity bills, our food bills. And you are telling me that I'm going to fight for myself when I can fight for the people of this country? Senior citizens who are dying in their house. Some families are coming home to meet them dead because they got to go to work. So they leave water, they leave food for them, and that's it. When all we need to do as a government is to build facilities around this country so that families who need to go to work, who can't care for their loved one, and they got to balance between taking care of their sick loved ones and going to work so that they can provide, we can come in with facilities where you can have daycare for the elderlies. We can generate employment also. You can drop off in the morning your loved one to a daycare. And in the afternoon, you can come or we can help you transport that person back home. But they're well taken care of. They get their medication, they get their food, they can watch a little TV, they can enjoy themselves, play some card with other senior citizens. They can talk old stories with other senior citizens, lengthen their lives. They go home happy. They go home, they lie down in their bed and they smile. I had a good day today. I met, and some of them, they fall in love. I know when they go senior citizen home, some of them just fall in love. They start infatuating. They start remembering what they used to do when they was young, touching up the girls. So they go into the nursing home and they see little girl. I like to see that. Let them feel themselves. They can't do nothing. I mean, their business dead already. They can't do anything. All they can do is watch, hope, and enjoy their precious memories. But at least we can make them happy. Instead of leaving them in a hot house with a glass of water and some food to last for the day. Those are the things that bothers me. But you guys, you continue. You continue on that path. It's selfish, self-centered. And yes, we can stick on the issues, man. As I said, the land issue in Castries must be dealt with. We must get clarity. We must get clarity on it because there's a lot of confusion in the minds of the people concerning that sale. Period. Period. So don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm passionate about what I'm saying to you. I am serious about it. And I think it is time for us to refocus. Refocus. Some of us are selfish, self centered. It's all about us. I saw for myself, and that's why I can speak like this tonight. I saw for myself. I saw it for myself. I saw it. And I know that we can do better. And I know by the grace of God that we will do better. And we will build a better St. Lucia for all. I strongly believe it. I saw the wind of change, a mindset, a new era in the politics of St. Lucia. I see it from afar. But what I also see is a fight for politicians who believe that they're entitled to decide who goes in and who goes out. An entitlement that cripples our development. And I say to you, guard your democracy diligently. Guard it with everything that you have because you are the gatekeepers of the democracy of your nation. You and I are the gatekeepers of the democracy of your nation. And the moment we go silent, the moment you go quiet, you and I stay quiet. The moment we allow slackness to go on in our society, the moment that we stay quiet with injustice, the moment we continue to cheer on that in which is not right, then we are doomed. Yes, we are doomed. But there is always hope for people. Just like the children of Israel, there is hope. But we got to stand up and embrace that hope. We got to embrace the vision. We got to see it. You got to envision it with by faith, through faith eyes. You must see that you can build a better St. Lucia for all and not some. Everybody must be able to enjoy this country. Everybody must be able to have access to a decent paying job, decent water, good electricity price, foods that they can afford. The poor man should be able to get his children in the same school that the rich goes. Yes, St. Lucia for all. All of us should have the same opportunities. Not when your party goes into power, you throw me out of a job. And I got to wait until 5 years for my party to win for me to get back a job. In the meantime, I'm scrunting, I'm begging, I'm doing all kind of foolishness around the place to get money, drugs, all kind of nonsense. And then you say, oh, police, go and kill them and not kill them, but go and break their homes down and walk on their beds and do all that. Create opportunities so that our people will not go there. But no, you are comfortable with your security. You are comfortable eating government food and flying with government money. You're very comfortable there, ain't it? But I say to you, politicians, there is a new breed of politicians and spokespersons in this era that will cause a great revolution in St. Lucia. A revolution that will change the map of politics in St. Lucia. There is a new breed of politicians that God will raise up in this country that will affect change in this society. Jump high and jump low. You can go to all who you want to go to. You can wear all your rings and you can do all what you want. But I say to you, when the wind of change comes, many of you will be swept away and swept out, and the people will prevail. So I am calling on all good thinking solutions who have the drive, the passion, and you want to serve your country, time to come out. From Castries to Viewfort, put your name in as a candidate. A candidate. You love your country, you have the passion, you want to make a difference. You want proper health care, you want proper roads, roads with sidewalks, bridges with sidewalks for the people. Respect for the farmers and fishermen of this country. Better schools, maintenance of schools. You boast about how many schools that you built in this country, but how many of them have you maintained? That's the question we ask. Factories with good paying jobs. Opportunities for those who are not educated but want to work. Better price payments for security officers in this country who are being robbed daily and abused in a job that is very dangerous and demanding. You pay them $2 or whatever dollars an hour and expect them to work like they're police officers. We need a new breed of leaders in this country. And I can tell you one of them, Mr. Shastner is one of them. But we need more. He alone can't do it. But we need more persons who will stand and be counted for. Stand on the side of that which is right. And when your side does foolishness, speak up. Your country depends on you to speak the truth and to speak it in love. Even those politicians that you love so much, you got to speak the truth to them. Let them know that they need to change course. And I'm calling on the Philip J. administration, if you are thinking of raising VAT, I beg you, please, by the grace of God, consider it, reconsider it. Our people cannot take any more taxes. Gas is enough. Mr. Shastner did his best to reduce VAT so that he can help the people of this country. Bill on that, leave it the way it is. Reduce the price of gas. Challenge supermarkets in this country and businesses to keep prices low. Plead with our hotel workers to increase the salaries of our workers and reduce time so that our young people and mothers with children can go home and care for their children and be mothers and fathers to their children. Let us build a family-oriented, a family-friendly society where even our workspace is family-friendly, where mothers are given time off to spend time with their children. It is time for us to have a new breed of politicians in this country, or we will continue to bleed. We will continue to experience the same problems over and over and over, generations upon generations. No more taxes on our people. And tell us the truth about the land. Mr. Pear, did you know about the sale? Did you authorize it? How much was that property? Tell us the truth. Outside of customs, give us seats so that our citizens can sit down when they go for their barrels and not be standing like mules. Speed up government services so that our people can get the services that they need. Smart up government systems. Banks, get more tellers so that people don't waste their time standing 3 hours, 1 hour, hour and a half just to change money or to do some small transactions. Add more tellers. We are suffering in this country from lack of customer service, lack of respect. It's time for a new breed in this country. And I'm calling again on all God-fearing men and women in this country, those with the drive and the vision. Come forward. Young people, put your name forward. Young people, we need young people. Put your names forward. Get involved in your community groups, young people. Make the difference. You can. You must. You must help to build a better St. Lucia. You young people got to be part of this process. Somebody called me and asked me at Sky FM, what have I done for the youth? And my question is, what have the youth done for the youth? You have concerns, young people, come forward. Don't shy away. Come forward with the ideas. There's a need, come forward and share that need in your community. Go to town hall meetings and challenge your politicians. Don't let them bamboozle you. Challenge them. Go to town hall meetings, get involved. Demand of them that they act on your behalf in your interests. They get involved in social groups and help to build a nation that you will live in, that you want to live in. You young people need to stand up, stand out, get involved. Don't sit by and blame politicians. You are responsible to help shape your destiny, because you can very much see that half of the politicians have no vision for the future. And it seems like some of them have already built their tomb and decide that one day I'm going to die, so I don't care. So you don't build tombs, you build your future. And your faith will see you through. God will bless your effort. But I always say to people, be kindly affectionate one to the other. And I tell you, there's hope. It's not always despair. It's not always a dark, black day, a rainy day, you know. Oh, yes. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. But you and I must make the difference. You and I must get involved. And we got to get involved now. Time is against us. Time is against us. I'm going to read your comments and then we will go. But I'm very passionate tonight because I see the need and I see where we are lacking. And I would to God that we make the difference, that we speak up and we speak loudly. And there are times when you have to take to the streets and strike. There are times that you have to protest. You got to get into the streets with your placards respectfully, and you got to stand up and say, no, 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 no. We are not going down that road. But there are times when we in a democracy must stand up and demand much more from elected officials. Why? Because they're being paid by you. They're being paid by you. Get to the streets, protest, speak up, And history will be very good to you because you would have stand your ground. You would have demand better. But the politicians know that you guys ain't going to do nothing. They know chicken and rum, same story, whatever it is. They know that you're a friend of a friend of a friend, and you will always vote for them. They know that you're Labour. That's all you are, Labour. Labour will vote for Labour. I said, all right, Labour. Don't worry, them Labour man, Labour people, we have them. So guess what? Nothing is done for you. Flabo the same thing. Flabo killer man, Chef Flabo killer. If I had to pay and nothing is being done. Why? Because it is Flabo or Labour. It is not we St. Lucians. Unless we see ourselves as we St. Lucians, we ain't going nowhere. As long as you see yourself as Flabo and Labour, then the war will continue. And the war will be against yourself. Projects that was once on stream will get stopped and delayed and cost millions of dollars, and you, the people, suffer. But this time around, by the grace of God, I'm on the scene. We will make the difference and we will call them to account. We will build a network where politicians will have to come to us and talk to us. Yes, we will build that system. And together, we will force change. And we will force them to do what we want in this country. And that's what I leave with you. Let's read some comments. Let me go over to the platform here and read some comments. But Brevin, I'm tired, so I have a lot of energy down here, but it's all right. But what I say there, friends, is from my heart. And I hope that, you give me, just give me the freedom to vent and to speak the truth to you, because we are doomed if we do not change the way we see each other and the way we do things. All right? Good. So let's go through some of the comments quickly. You know how we do it. I'll go as far as I can go, but I'll stop. All right. So let's go here. Okay, good evening, the greetings. Boss lady, yes, state of the art, and St. Lucians did not want that. They preferred the dump. Joseph on Facebook, Pastor Garfield, do you know any nurse are leaving to go work overseas? Pastor Garfield, do you know our nurses are leaving? Yes, I'm very much aware of that. I've spoken to a few of them. They are leaving to go overseas because we are not doing anything to keep them here. The work environment is ridiculous. The price, the respect that we give to them as a government, it's not there. And so they're getting better offers, better treatment overseas. Why can't we give them better treatment here and have them to stay here, be comfortable, give them opportunities like Barbados to own their own homes, to have their vehicles, because nurses need to be transported back and forth to their homes. So if we can make it our duty to make it as easy as possible for them to get vehicles and to have their own homes, we can build housing scheme just for our nurses. Have building projects, banks have special loan offers, government put something in place where our nurses can get the things that they need so that they can be comfortable. Because what they're doing is they're doing a heavenly service. They're offering a heavenly service to the people of this country. So we got to keep our nurses, give them all in our power that we can give so that they can stay. Because sometimes the grass is not really greener over there, Sometimes they work them to hell out. And yeah, they get a little more money, but they sometimes work them out really bad. Okay, so Craig Charles, good night. Good night to you, my friend. Boss lady, correction, some solutions, yes. Let's go quickly. Xavier, the medical school went to Barbados. Everything they rejected went to BIM. Yes, but there are other medical schools that we can attract here in the Caribbean. If our leaders have the guts, they go into areas where no medical school exists. They go to Dubai, all these places, and bring back nothing. Why can't we go to areas where we can negotiate with medical institutions to come to this country? There are more medical schools out there that we can attract in St. Lucia. And that's the fact. That's a fact. All right. Okay. Let's go quickly. Herman on Facebook. Good night. Good night, Pastor, and everybody listening. Good night to you. My friend Lauren is finally here. She told me go and sleep earlier. She's here with her husband. Good night, my friend. And my brother Martin Francis. What I saw from your video is cause for concern. This has serious future implications, and that is true. My friend, brother Charles, Gregory Charles, he's on Facebook. Yes, brother, that's where brother Anson Maxwell can touch you. Okay, you're good, brother. Love you. All right, and we have um, Marie on Facebook. What a great idea that would have been in St. Lucia. Oh, yes, it would have been a great idea. Let's go quickly. Rachel Smith over on Facebook. The Dennery Hospital was doing well. All of a sudden, they put those little rooms, shums. That's all right. We will put back that Dennery Hospital. We will fight for it and get it up and running. Let's go quickly here. On Facebook, we have Bernadette, PJP, concerned about his government making money. Wow, yes, that's what I figure out. And Doris Joseph, protecting the victory. We got to protect the people, not the victory. The people will give you the victory if you protect them. That's a very bad slogan. Martin Francis, government with no vision, St. Lucia will perish. Yes, and yes, leaders without vision, the people perish. The people perish without a vision. All right. And Maria on Facebook, all they're concerned about is protecting the victory. Yes, and millions and making millions. Good. Gregory Charles on Facebook, no SLP can't dispute what you are saying. No, they can't. Let's go to Augustine on Facebook. High time we St. Lucians have some big equipment, more treatment, so we don't go to Martinique and get medical care. And that's true. All right, Maria says pastor healthcare is very expensive in St. Lucia, and that's our downfall. Yes, we got to try to find ways to make it affordable by issuing medical insurance to all St. Lucians. It's possible. All right. Je pair, I didn't get notification. I don't know what's going on, but something is happening on social media. We'll see what is going on there. People are not getting notifications. All right. It has been happening for a long time. Augustine, Maria C. Augustine, medical expenses everywhere. The only thing is foreign is insurance. Okay, that's good healthcare. Yes. Roslyn over on Facebook. You still in St. Lucia enjoying the hot sun? Yes, I am. And Andrea on Facebook, the gums bite stronger than teeth. I know. Augustine, well, we have nothing. Reality, brother. Thank you, Charles. And Lloyd, Uncle Shaz was putting some things in place for them. They didn't want that. They didn't understand it, I'm sure. They were misled, bamboozled. Their brain was impecced by those people. All right. The cerveau was malmené, according to my friend Norbert. On Facebook, Charles, all in the name of money. Let's go quickly. You're right. We need this. Lucy over on YouTube. Good night, Pastor. Garfield, nice seeing you in St. Lucia. Yes. Chat family evening. Okay. The bus driver would have more trips to and from the hospital. Yes. Let's keep going. We ain't seeing that anytime soon. Okay, let's go quickly. I know. Okay, folks, you two can read the comments, but we got to go now. Some of you got to go to work. Children are out to school. I don't want to keep you back. Early to bed, early to rise. Make a man healthy, healthy and rise. I believe our politicians are going to bed too late. That's why some of them acting foolishly. I said what I said. Good. Frances over on Facebook. Nikki Francis, look at the Interfaith Hospital on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. Oh, yes, 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 my friend. You're from Brooklyn, ain't it? Yeah. Okay, Augustine, a lot of them need to resign. Stevenson King, there too. Long Philip, Juppé, politics for too long. Give someone else a chance. Yeah, some of them need to think and look within themselves and say, look, let me just give somebody another chance. Some of them just want to go, and just keep people with vision out. And that's bad. All right. Okay, let's go quickly. Earl Lewis, good to see you. Okay, let's go here. Okay, some Obia man came there, so let me see if I can move him. An Obia man came there. Let me delete his comment from Africa. Righteousness exalts our nation, sir. Not over here. Okay, the fishermen in Dennery, Andrea on Facebook. The fishermen in Dennery buried their own self. They went blind to. They wasn't blind to see all what Edmund Yusuf Estefan did in the village of Dennery, and I heard he did a lot, and I saw it too. Okay, he did a lot. My friend Francisca, how are you? Okay, let's go quickly to close the page. Folks, you can go back and read some of the comments. It's a lot of comments, and I like the interaction tonight. We had a good family talk. Good night, Brother Garfield. Thank you, Paul. Blender Paul. Thank you. And Maggie. That's true. If I'm in St. Lucia, I was not feeling a little too good this morning. I said, Lord, do I have to jump on a plane and get out of here quickly? But maybe that's why I went to visit St. Jude. Okay, we have some news here from Sealy on Facebook. There was a shooting in Balata. One is dead. We got to get that confirmed. There's a shooting in Balata. It's confirmed that one person has been shot dead. That is in Balata. All right, let's keep going. Sealy Garfield, there was a shooting in Balata, one dead. Okay, we just read that news. We have another one here. Eva Blake, who is on Facebook, she is reporting that someone got shot in Castries. Shots ring out in Balata Castries. Confirmed by somebody else, one person shot dead. One person shot dead, and that is breaking news here on the platform. We will continue to keep you posted on those developments. Please follow us on Facebook, Caribbean American News Media. Please like, share, and follow. Please, it's important that you like, share, and follow. Those of you who have sent stars for us today, we appreciate it. Folks, we are asking you to support the platform now through the star system. Please press on the star system and show your support with the work that we're doing here on the platform. All right, so Veronica on Facebook, she's confirming, yes, I'm from Balata, Pastor. Yes, so she's confirming that one person have lost their life tonight here in St. Lucia. We continue to pray for the family. We continue to pray for the safety of all. Folks, have a beautiful night. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He cause His face to shine upon you, give you peace in your homes, peace wheresoever you go, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Sleep well, my friends. Keep the families in prayer. Bonsoir.